Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at the Spurgeon Study Bible in the Christian Standard Bible translation. This is a product of Lifeway, and the Christian Standard Bible is their translation. I think they also do have this in the King James Version, this study Bible. And this one is in the black brown leather touch cover. Very nice looking cover, which we'll take a look at. First of all, though, the box that it comes in has a very beautiful look to it, and it is a two-piece box with, of course, information about the Bible on the back. It says the CSB Spurgeon Study Bible features thousands of excerpts from Spurgeon's sermons as commentary, selected and edited by Alistair Begg to bring the richness of the Prince of Preachers' insights into your daily study of God's Word. Spurgeon was known as the Prince of Preachers. He was a preacher in London quite a long time ago. But he's very popular. He was Baptist, so Baptists especially are fond of Spurgeon, but many other Christians as well. And so what you have here is a basic study Bible. It's not a lot of information, but it's just a basic study Bible that's supplemented with commentary from Spurgeon's material. The box here also tells about Alistair Begg, the editor of this Bible. Here's the ISBN number for this Bible. And so let's take a look at the Bible itself. And so again, this is the black and brown leather touch, which is an imitation leather, but it looks very handsome. And I do like that on the center piece of leather touch here. They have Spurgeon's insignia. I think that looks really neat. And they also have that here at the top of the spine in gold. And then the Spurgeon Study Bible underneath, Christian Standard Bible, the translation, and the publisher, Holman. It has gold page edges and two angle cut ribbons, a black and brown ribbon to go with the color scheme, double-sided angle cut ribbons, very nice. And then inside here, it's going to be a paste down liner. And one thing that I would prefer to see on this, honestly, for a Bible this size would be a vinyl paste down. Even if it would be more expensive, I understand that. I think it would be worth it to make this a sturdier construction. So that's probably my one criticism really of this Bible. But I think it's a relatively minor thing if you take care of this. And probably it's not going to be a travel Bible for people. It's that study Bible size, so it's going to be more on your shelf and at your desk for the most part, for most people. That being said, they do have a handcrafted collection edition of this Bible, which would be a lot more sturdy. There's also hardcover editions of this. So those are some other options you have. So if you were going to be carrying this around a lot, I might suggest looking into some of those other options. But this still looks very nice. And as I said, if you're using it on your desk, I think it'll hold up pretty well. Has a presentation page here. Title page, the Spurgeon Study Bible. I like how they have his signature there for Spurgeon. Alistair Begg, the general editor, and then also E. Ray Clendenden, the other editor here. Copyright on this, of course, the Christian Standard Bible copyright is 2017, but this is the 2020 text edition of the Christian Standard Bible, and this particular printing was done in 2023. Here's the table of contents. So as you can see, just really a basic study Bible here. Here's some additional material, but not a ton of it. They do at the beginning have a biography of Charles Spurgeon by Alistair Begg. It's just I think a couple pages here, a few pages actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of biography. So nothing incredibly extensive, but a nice basic biography of Charles Spurgeon, so you know a little bit more about that preacher and his background. You have here the Lost Sermons of Spurgeon. Readers will find 20 of Charles Spurgeon's earliest sermon manuscripts from the Lost Sermons of C.H. Spurgeon. Then it talks about Spurgeon study notes. It includes study notes crafted from sermons Charles Spurgeon preached over the course of his ministry. There are quotes listed out there, an index of quotes. Quite extensive. And then Spurgeon illustrations, an index for that as well. Then you have the introduction to the Christian Standard Bible. Abbreviations. Preface to the Spurgeon Study Bible here. And then the Old Testament title page. And you will get book introductions with each of the books. These are very general introductions that I actually have seen in at least one other study Bible from Holman of this kind of a thing. So I'll look at that in another video. New study Bible that's come out. Similar introductions. So they're just very general book introductions, but they suffice. They do the job. Then you have some handwritten manuscripts or outlines from Charles Spurgeon, and then you have that in printed form on the other side of the page here. And the biblical text here is double column format, paragraph style. It does say that it's a 10.75 font size. So that is a good size print. I think that's one of the aspects of this Bible that's actually really useful, is if you just want a nice large print CSB with some little extra devotional material, little extra study material, this really fits the bill. You do have here some call-outs, and you have some quotes too from Spurgeon in the text at times, and then I believe you'll see that actually printed at the bottom of the page, and it will be in a green print at the bottom of the page. So that's in Spurgeon's handwriting there, and then print form here in green print. But also, as it said before, study notes that are based off of his sermon material. The paper in this is actually, I would say, kind of a little bit more hefty feeling. It's not as thin as a lot of study Bibles. A lot of study Bibles, I think, almost have like a magazine paper type feel to them, which is not my favorite. I really actually like the paper quite a bit in this. They do have translator notes as well at the bottom corner of each page in a green hued box. And I'm not great with colors, but I think actually that the verse numbers are dark green and the headings are also in a dark green print. So that would be the color scheme of this Bible, would be more of a green print and black print for the biblical text. Here's another example of a Spurgeon sermon in here, or outline, and then on the other side of the page in print form. Get to the end of the Old Testament and into the New Testament here. Again, another book introduction, and the words of Christ, once we get to them, are going to be in a black letter text. You'll also see something I like about the Christian Standard Bible translation is that the Old Testament quotes that are in the New Testament are in a bold print. So you can tell right away when you're reading an Old Testament quote in the New Testament. At the end of the Bible, you have the CSB Concordance. And after the Concordance, you have the typical CSB maps, Holman maps, printed on regular cardstock paper, matte finish, and in color. Very nice maps. Then the end sheet. Again, that's a paper end sheet. Not my favorite, but it is a very handsome looking Bible, and I don't think it's too expensive for what you're getting. Again, they do have other cover options if you prefer something either like a hardback or, again, the handcrafted collection, more of that high-end, sturdier edition. But for some people, this is exactly the kind of thing they're looking for, so this is a nice option. That's the Spurgeon Study Bible and the Christian Standard Bible translation. I would love to know if you have any questions or comments. Feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for taking a look at this Bible with me from a fresh perspective.